What's up, everyone? I am back. See if anyone actually joins. I've been live in a while. I missed it. I'm trying to share the stream. I would like to share the stream, that is. Share, copy link, and go to Discord, YouTube. Let's see who joins. If anyone. I don't think anyone else is live right now, so should be good. Also, did want to talk about that video I put out. I know it's a little different video. It was probably surprising for a lot of people. Because I'm usually upbeat, not to myself, but I'm usually upbeat, you know. Um, but not always. I don't think everyone is. Everyone has their moments. Have their moments. But I just want to let you guys know I'm okay. I'm good. Just going through a lot. So a lot of people tell me to finish Deceived. I mean, I don't know. Probably won't. Not yet. I will eventually, but I just want to move on to other things. We'll see who anyone talks in chat. See who people are in stream. See if they say anything. Only one person now. Somebody say something. Ooh, Alex. What's up, Alex? Love you, sorry video. Appreciate it. Because has anyone noticed anything? I feel like people have in terms of how active I am or how active I'm not or not am. I don't know. Have you guys noticed anything? Have you noticed anything, Alex? It's been a while since we've actually talked. No, but it does. The game mentions the story of Deceived, especially in Onslaught, the expansion. Aaron Lanier is actually in Onslaught, and she basically throws the whole story down. And I think Z-Man also does appear in the game, not in the Jedi Knight playthrough. I don't ever remember him, but I'm sure he was in the Bounty Hunter or Smuggler playthrough, or Trooper playthrough. Alex noticed. See, I feel like people noticed, and I guess they did. But I just wasn't caring for it. But again, a lot of it could also, and I was talking about this on Discord last night. I feel like a lot of it is I've spent so many hours in SWTOR. I just kind of wanted to move on from that era. So been busy and haven't been able to ask you if you're okay. Also, been awkward lad and didn't know how to ask about that, so it's okay. That's why I said something. But I promise I'm okay. I'm okay. Yeah, it's great. I love SWTOR. Though I have my issues with it, for sure. the best expansions are definitely the Eternal Empire stuff, but sorry, I'm a little sick. Shadow of Raven was also really good. Hello, Titus. I I have no plans. Um, I know for Brennan's audiobook that he's wanting to do, he is wanting me to play. I think he said Finn Galfridian, which is interesting because I think he's a horrible character, but he wants me to record some lines for him, and I'll think about it. Well, no, I've told him I will do it. Um, but the Dragon of Zakul. Oh, I missed that game. I missed that story. That story was so good. Yep, those horrible, horrible comics. Probably. Hopefully, he had a proper death. Sure, he is. I'm still writing my story about that also takes place during the New Jedi Order. I call it the Crusade of Light. I tried to follow sort of the the kind of like the subtitle structure of the NJO. You know, you got Agents of Chaos, Edge of Victory. Well, now you got Crusade of Light. It's not going to be a trilogy or anything, or a duology even. But it's basically about the They're basically shortly after the Force or Boba Fett Path of Destruction. Boba Fett and the Mandalorians, they go on this crusade in the um, in the Outer Rim, and Boba Fett comes across this Jedi starfighter on the moon. I don't remember if I made this a planet or a moon, but it's the world of Alonia. That's what I kind of called it. Um, and he ends up discovering this Jedi who is in a Yuzon Vong Damutech. If you don't remember what that is, Google it. And she's been tortured for years, and she turned to the dark side. But she's eventually going to join Boba Fett on his crusade. Um, so it's kind of interesting. This is during I think I have it about 2 years into the war, and so this is after spoilers for the NJO, but and it happens shortly after the Yuzon Vong destroy the Yavin Praxium, and along with they've already established the Maw, or whatever they're called. They kind of had like it's it was like a space station they built for Jedi in the Maw, the Maw cluster. So I did have some scenes there. Yeah, it was great chatting with you too, Marcel. That's kind of my story, but it's. I also wanted to focus on a little bit on Boba Fett, and it's a different Boba Fett. This is an older Boba Fett who's taken on a responsibility. You know, so I'm trying to show the that hardcore Boba Fett that we all love, but I also trying to show sort of a leader Boba Fett, right? You know, Mandalore. That's what I'm trying to show. Um, it's interesting, and you can kind of see how it. You know, he's conflicted between the two. He doesn't know which side to choose. Um, what's interesting is I have a little scene in there where the Jedi who turns to the dark side, her name is a Shais Bryn, and there's a moment when she's in the embrace of pain. Now, Vergeer's not in it. It's something completely separate from that. But when she's in the embrace of pain, she unintentionally she thinks about the Sith code. Basically, I wrote, she She knew she could only use the dark side in order to break her chains, is what I wrote. And then Ashais is like, the Sith code, right? And then she recites it. She's like, oh shit, that's what I'm turning into. I thought it was a cool scene I wrote. I'm like, I'm surprised at myself for that. Well, I mean, she's not going to become a Sith, but she's embracing what it means to be a Sith, to be a dark side user more so. After that, me and Brennan need to work on our short story between United Knights and NJO, explaining why Jason is so vastly different and why Tenno Ka and Jason are. It's cool. I'm reading NJO and I'm about to get to the Invasion comics soon. No idea what to expect with those comics. Expect stupidity and horrible storytelling. Expect that. And also expect Invasion to have nothing to do with the New Jedi Order. Literally nothing. And here's how you fix the Invasion comics. All you have to do is remove the main NJO characters from the Invasion comics. You could have had a story about the Vong War that's completely separate from Luke and Han and Leia and the twins and all those other characters, right? You could have had Finn and his family on their home planet and their struggle against the Vong. And if you want Jedi in it, create new Jedi. So I think Invasion could have been good. It's just they threw stuff in there that should have been in there. That's my opinion, though. What's up, Brendan? Gosh, being sick sucks. I hate being sick. I also hate teachers who are just mean for no reason. Oh, we're just talking about little fan fictions that we're all writing. I was talking about story I'm writing, and then they were talking about a story that they're writing, or the story that you wrote. I know. I just wish that Boba Fett and the Mandalorians had more of a role in the Fallen War, at least in terms of, I should say, more of a role in the NJO. Because they did have a role, it's just we didn't hear much about them. We had the one short story and then a brief mention in a certain novel. I'm not saying which one it was, but I don't know. I do recommend Only Good Games. Read Boba Fett. I was about to say Path to Destruction. That's a different book. Boba Fett. What is it? What's that short story called? Boba Fett. I don't remember the name of it. It's a New Jedi Order short story. It's like even before the Invasion comics, but it's after Vector Prime. Boba Fett. I said it earlier. I don't remember the name of it. I won't be recording them tonight, though. I'm gonna wait for this sickness to go away, and then because obviously my voice sounds terrible. So same. Neither do I. In fact, I still don't have the app installed on my phone anymore. It's how much I didn't care about it after I lost it. The Invasion comics are incredibly disappointing, in my opinion. Luke's character is off. Finn's character is almost like that of Rey, and those entire focus. Yeah. Gosh, what is that Boba Fett short story? P something. I keep wanting to say Path to Destruction, but that's Bane. That's not. Practical Man. There you go. Practical Man. I think I may have said Path of Destruction. I don't know why I keep wanting to say Path of Destruction. That's Darth Bane. Last One Standing was the Tales of Bounty Hunter short story. Yes. But yeah, both of those short stories were great, though. Of course, Last One Standing is probably my favorite EU short story, at least out of all the ones I've read, which is not a lot. The Last One Standing is just great. I wish it was stretched out into more of a novel. What's interesting, Sentinel, is Luke doing cool Force stuff is contrary to his character at this time, because due to what happened in Dark Empire and what else he's seen since then, he was very afraid of the Jedi going offensive. He didn't want them becoming dark side. He didn't want them turned to the dark side. So he was very much more of a defensive. He thought the Jedi should have been defensive, and then they should have taken a back seat and sort of studied the Vong and how they worked, and then they could make their plan. But he was, like Brennan just said, he's very pacifist. So it's not very consistent with his character. I forgot what series was. People say it was Wolfheads. It was Young Jedi Knights, yes. Exactly. Lance, real talk. Who wins in a fight? Tigris, which is the kid from the Crystal Star, or that kid from Junior Jedi Knights who didn't have the Force born to be Jedi? Older? Ugh. I don't remember if Tigris had the Force or not. Wasn't he Hether's son in the end? If I remember right. Assuming he had the Force, he was untrained, I think. I don't know. That's a good question. I would say, well, it depends on what time frame you're talking about. Because Older became a pretty good fighter in the Vong War. Well, if he didn't have the Force, then I'd say Older. Because I just feel like he's fighting material. Older, right? Yes, it was Older. Okay, good to know. I'm a comic book guy more than a pure novel guy because I'm a sucker for great artwork, but I'm going full into Vector Prime at this point. Rather than channel, I'll do it. Read the whole series, man. From book 1 to book 19, you're going to love it. I still haven't read Emissary of the Void, which is interesting because I love Junior Jedi Knights. You guys know that. I haven't read that series yet. Oh, I know it's a short story series of short stories. Yeah, I say Older for sure. Tigris was kind of a wussy. It wasn't very interesting. But Older was a badass. Even though he wasn't a Jedi, he was still a badass. He was a great character, I thought. Sad though that he didn't have the Force and he dreamed of becoming a Jedi. Sad stuff, man. Yeah, that'd be great. That'd be something that would be awesome to have in print. So there you go, Quinlan. There's something else. In fact, I'd probably rather have that than Lightsider in print. Rather have Emissaries of the Void. Throw it on the shelf. I actually do have Emissaries of the Void on file. I just haven't read it. And it was also written by Greg Keyes, so who was clearly a huge Junior Jedi Knight fan. I mean, all of his stories had Junior Jedi Knight characters in it. You can custom print Emissaries of the Void as a mass market paperback. I'm guessing that's what that means. They're working on it now. That's interesting. Who's they? Yoldir? That's funny. I thought he did. All of his stories had Junior Jedi Knight stuff with it. Of course, it's interesting because with all of his stories, he focused on all three of the main characters in Greg Keyes. Agents of Chaos was Anakin. Final Prophecy was Tahiri, and then Emissaries of the Void was older. Why not? Is it Chris Nelson? Watch out the original Gamer Insider magazines? I think we all do. We all do. Costs too much money though, when you can just print the short stories yourselves. If I got it as a paperback, I'd be good. I'd be good. Chris Nelson's behind everything, Quinlan. You should know that. I mean, he literally has. Gosh, I can't remember anything. Escape from Dagu. He literally has that on in print. Literally, I am not lying. I'm not making stuff up. I am not spreading rumors. He has that on file. You know, it's interesting. Around this time, about 2 years ago, Heart of the Jedi was going around. Isn't that interesting? About 2 years ago, that was a thing. You guys remember that? In fact, we're a little past 2 years now since that was going on. But I have 0 people watching now. I'm just going to check my Instagram. I got one person. I only have one copy, but hey, that works. It did. Sold hard in the Thrawn book that was coming out at the time. Because High Republic, there was only one book out at that point, and it had been out for like 2 months. But there was a new Thrawn book out at the time, and Thrawn, quote unquote, and then it even was outselling that. Agreed. Oh, okay. It said there were 0 people in stream, so I found that curious. I gotta charge my phone. Oh. Dylan was keeping track of all that. And he ended up calculating it was about 8,000 copies of Heart of the Jedi was sold. That's a whole lot, man. And the crazy part is, we thought that it was, or the person who uploaded it said that they were just doing it for themselves. You know what? Nowadays, that is cheap, Marcel. You got lucky. That is cheap. Uh, that's free chat. You had to pay for a scalped copy back then. I got mine $12 a piece. Interesting. Still wonder who that person was that put that up there. Who, Quinlan? Who? I'm so interested. You're gonna say Chris Nelson, right? Or Matt Wilkins, or someone else. You know who it was? It was Geek Static. I don't even know that guy, but it was him. I have my Discord open, Quinlan. This DM me on there. It's interesting is the person who went back and said that they knew they knew Timothy Zahn, which I think is interesting. Wish I knew Timothy Zahn. But I don't. Well, actually, no, because Timothy Zahn kind of sold out. So I'm okay. Interesting, Quinlan. I just checked out your message. You should send me that screenshot for sure. Be very interested. I mean, he does have it. It's not hard to keep away. Oh, this phone. Well, what else do you guys want to talk about? Because I don't know. I'm lost. I know there's only like one person in stream though. Well, guys, I think I'm gonna go ahead and go. It was good catching up with you guys. I'm only going because I have laundry and other things to do. So, plus I do want to take a nap because I do want to read later on tonight. So, I'm gonna go on ahead and go. So, thank you guys for watching as always. Well, I don't give anything. I don't care about Essential Legends collection, especially the last wave. Those covers were horrendous. So, I'm gonna go on ahead and go. So, thank you guys very much for watching as always, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.